Well, for all of you who watch Stamp TV, you know that I use my Scor-pal, my Scor Buddy, and my Scor tape in just about every one of my projects. And today I'm standing here at the CHA with Diana Crick, the brilliant genius behind all of the Scor-pal products. Diana, I'm so glad to see you.
Yes, lovely to be here with you.
Well, Diana agreed to do a little demonstration showing you how to use some of her products, including the Scor Bug, which I'm really excited to see in action. So, Diana, why don't you show us what you're going to do this morning?
Okay, what I'm going to show you is this is a 5x10 piece of cardstock. We're going to make a 5x5 card, and we're going to do a what we call a faux what's the word I'm looking for? Plaid, faux plaid texture. Okay. And this was designed by Rita Keg. She showed me yesterday how to do this, so I thought this was really cool. So we're actually going to use the Scor Buddy, but what I wanted to say is that the Scor Buddy is not meant to replace the Scor-pal. The Scor-pal you still need for envelopes and boxes and when you're scoring larger pieces of paper. So it's not meant to replace the Scor-pal. You still need the Scor-pal as well. But we developed the Scor Buddy for the dedicated card maker. It is smaller, as you can see. It comes with its own bag, so it's neat and portable for crops, retreats. Just stick it in your purse and you can score cards on, not while you're driving, but on the bus or something or something like that. So how it differs is it has grooves at every 1/4 of an inch, and at the beginning and at the end, you have 1/8 inch grooves. You still have your grooves that you have on the big Scor-pal, and that this time we've marked the 4 1/4 with an asterisk, so it's easier. You know right away that's the one we use the most. We have a dot at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, and that is your gatefold. So you still have that, and the triangle divides an 11-inch piece of paper into thirds, so it's the brochure fold. So you would score it, turn your paper, score it, and you have your trifold.
Well, I love the Scor Buddy and I love the Scor-pal, and I do agree they're used for very different things. One of the things that I am really enjoying about the Scor Buddy, the close lines does allow you to do some very interesting backgrounds.
That's what we're going to do today on here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I should tell you too, we have a dandy little magnet up here. So it'll hold your paper clips and your brads and the little things that you're working on when you're making your card. So it has the same mechanism as the Scor-pal, in that you have your same Scor tool. So what I'm going to do is and because there's no fence on this side, it doesn't matter what size paper, it can just hang over. So I'm going to score it 5 inches. Remember to hold your Scor tool as you would a pen or pencil, 45-degree angle, not up on the tip. You will wear the tip out more quickly by doing that. Okay, I have scored the card. We know that this is now the right side of my paper because we always fold with the Scor line on the outside of the fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, because I want the embossed lines. We're going to do embossed lines now. I want the embossed bumps to show on the front of the card. So I'm going to do this at every inch. So there's 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then turn it. And I'm going to do 4, and I know where to stop because there's my fold. And 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to redo my 5, just so that it's nice and tidy. So I don't know if you can see, if you can catch in the camera angle. I'm not sure which way to tip it here, so you can see the grid that's happened already. Okay, the next thing we're going to use is Scor Bug. This was designed to perforate paper, but it truly does not work for that. But with this, when you pair it up with this Scor Buddy and Scor-pal, magic happens, because it's going to run right down the groove of the Scor Buddy to give you texture. And again, I have to be careful what side I do it on, because I want the bumps on the front of the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up here at the 6 inches, 6.5. And then I am going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to run this right up and up. And then I'm going to run up the 1/2 inch. Can't see with the light. I go downwards. Okay, so now we're getting bumps along with our lines.
That is so cute. It's already starting to look like a plaid design with like little stitch marks almost.
Exactly. So also too, the bumps sort of stay inside. And how I line this up is because I can't see the top now. So what I'm lining it up is with the groove.
Oh, sure.
So lining up the edge of the paper with the groove, and that allows me to know where to go. And I just stop there.
So cute. Oh, look at that.
The 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, I was able to get a double plaid. I used the Ranger Distress ink and just went down with the pad.
Wow.
With the different colors, and then went back and did it with the double one. There's a single one, and there I did it the large size, 5x5, and used again the distressed inks to give a plaid effect. So it's wonderful for not just making your cards, but adding wonderful texture to your cards. When you're a sympathy card is probably one of the most difficult cards to make, unless you have your wonderful sympathy stamps. Yeah. It makes it easier. But when you're doing a sympathy card, you want something elegant and tasteful. Yes. So just simple embossed lines and a simple sentiment. Yep. Create such an elegant, tasteful card, and by adding the embossing, you just add that tactile feel to the card, especially on white. Yeah. You know, black on white is just so elegant. So
well, and the little bit of score bugging that you've done here, it kind of reminds me of a pretty baby quilt too. It would make a beautiful baby card.
Yes.
And now, if you wanted to do this same thing on a 12x12 scrapbook page, you could use the Scor-pal for that, and you wouldn't even have to move the paper around because it fits perfectly in there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Well, this has been so interesting, Diana. I can't thank you enough for inventing this wonderful tool, and I don't know how I would stamp without it anymore. So we're here at the CHA Summer 2010 show with Diana Crick and Scor-pal Products.
Thank you.